Hi everyone, today we're talking about Google's Q2. Very good Q2. We're going to go into detail about them. They are a company that I am currently looking at adding to my portfolio at some point. One of the FANG stocks, my favourite FANG stock, Facebook being second. Really want to add it to my portfolio. They're just everything that Google are in right now. The cost of advertising for them will rise and they'll make more money from when they put their price up. Which is why I want to be long term. It's a stock that I want to have in my portfolio by the end of the year, and that I'm looking at holding for a year, potentially 2 years. We'll see what happens. But it is one that I'm looking to add when it gets to the right price. Probably right now that I'm probably going to have to get in around when it drops below 1,200 per share. But we'll see what happens, because I think that if you look at Google and Amazon were neck and neck, and then Amazon just flew away. But you look at the PE on Google and it's so much more attractive than what Amazon's is. And I feel like Google's slightly undervalued right now. But I think I can get it for a better price still. So we get into the Q2 figures for Google. The earnings per share was $11.75 and expected was $9.59. So that is a massive beat on EPS. Really good. You've got to remember that the actual EPS was actually slightly lower because of the fine that Google received from Europe about dodgy dealings and false advertising or whatever it was. So it's actually slightly lower, but that's what it would have been if you take that out, which is a really good beat. Revenue 32 billion, 660 million versus 32 billion 170 billion. So very big beat there as well on revenue for what was expected. The stocks went up 5% after hours. And if we get stuck into the actual core business of Google, Google's advertising business accounted for most of its revenue, hitting 28 billion in the second quarter. So that's quite a big chunk really when you think about it. It was up 23.9% year over year. So you know what I'm like, double digit growth companies are my thing. Especially at a low PE or a low forward PE. And 23.9% is a company that I want to get in, very much like PayPal's percentage increase, very good. Meanwhile, its other revenues category, which includes its cloud business and hardware sales, and is especially important to investors looking for Google's future beyond ads, hit 4.4 billion or a 36% increase year over year. So it's a good sign that obviously Google's been so reliant on the search engine side of it, making a lot of money. The ad revenue increased, that now it's got other sectors making money for it, and that they're actually increasing more than what the ad space is. 36% is a very good increase, especially that it's in so many other sectors. They should continue growing overall. On the company's earnings call, CEO Sundar Pichai said that cloud business had great momentum, though it didn't provide any new revenue numbers to build on the 1 billion in revenue per quarter he announced in Q4. Alphabet also breaks out the revenues and losses for its long-term other bets like healthcare company Verily, internet service provider Fiverr, and self-driving car company Waymo. Other bets posted Q2 revenue of 1.4 billion, up from 97 million in the same quarter last year, so that's really good that we see that. Google's traffic acquisition costs, which include the money it pays to phone manufacturers like Apple to use its services, that's like where you get on Google, on Safari and all that. The company has warned years that the mobile search drives its growth. TAC will continue to rise. Indeed, Alpha's Q2 TAC was up year over year, but total TAC as a percentage of advertising revenue was down slightly from 24% last quarter, and TAC to its network members as a percentage of revenue was 71% down from 72% during the same period the year before. Overall, we look at them numbers, and very good numbers overall. Massive beat on the EPS. The other services are growing, which we want to see in Google. Obviously you get YouTube when you get Google. The advertising space is still going to go up. Google can easily raise that by putting the prices up. And I think overall you can see why it's a stock that I kind of want to get into to the end of the year. I want it to kind of be level with Microsoft in my position in my portfolio. Is kind of where I want to go. So very good earnings call from Google. Let me know what you think of it, any other earnings calls that have really impressed you, and I'll see you on the next video, guys.